James, you won't believe it. I joined a Zoom meeting this morning and spent 5 minutes saying, "Can you hear me?" before I realized I was on mute.
Classic Sarah. Let me guess, you called it technical yoga? A mix of panic breathing and frantic clicking?
Exactly. And you know what? Remote work English is like that too. If you don't know the right phrases, you end up stretching awkwardly, and nobody knows what you're trying to say.
So if you've ever frozen on a video call, stumbled through an email, or said no problem when it was actually a problem, stick around. We're fixing that today.
Yep, in this video, we'll give you essential English phrases for digital nomads. Whether you're in Bali, Barcelona, or your bedroom, you're about to sound like a pro.
Oh, and before we dive in, hit that like button if you've ever had a Wi-Fi nightmare during a meeting. Subscribe so you never miss new English tips for real-world situations.
Okay, first question. Why do remote workers need different English skills than office workers?
Because when you work online, every word carries extra weight. You can't rely on body language, hallway chats, or coffee break bonding. It's all pixels and pings.
Exactly, and if English isn't your first language, misunderstandings happen fast. A polite phrase can suddenly sound rude or vague or robotic.
Like when you write, "Do this ASAP," and your teammate thinks you're angry? When you just meant, "Could you please handle this quickly?"
Right, that's why today we're not just giving you words, we're giving you context, tone, and confidence.
By the way, comment below, what's the weirdest thing that's ever happened to you on a video call? We might feature your story in the next episode.
Let's start with the thing digital nomads love to hate: video meetings. We will make it simple for you by providing you with essential phrases for video calls.
Number 1 survival phrase, can we clarify the next steps? It's polite, professional, and makes you sound like the adult in the room.
I love that. Instead of pretending you understand, just say it. Another one, could you repeat that last point? I want to make sure I understood you correctly.
Perfect. It's humble but confident. And if your Wi-Fi dies, which it will, say, "I think my connection glitched there. Could you fill me in?"
Notice how all these phrases take the blame off other people. You're not saying you're unclear. You're saying, I want to be accurate. That's leadership English.
Or my personal favorite, "Sorry, my cat just joined the call. She's not on payroll yet." Instant human connection.
You're impossible. But yes, light humor can save the day, especially in English, where a small joke makes you approachable. Now let's talk written communication, because digital nomads live in Slack and Gmail. So here we will talk about some email phrases to use in your next communication.
True. And people waste so much time with stiff, formal emails. You don't need to write, "Dear sir, I hope this message finds you well in these unprecedented times."
Yes, please, no. Instead, use short, friendly openers like, "Hi team, quick update on our project," or "Hello John, thanks for your input on this."
And when you need action, avoid bossy commands. Use phrases like, "Could you help me with this by Thursday?" Or "Would you mind reviewing this when you have a moment?"
Also, if you need to disagree in English, soften it. Instead of saying, "That's wrong," try, "I see your point, but here's another way to look at it."
Yes, digital nomads work with global teams. Politeness keeps the Wi-Fi waves calm.
If you're finding these phrases useful, hit the like button. It tells us to make more videos like this. And if you're multitasking while traveling, don't worry, we'll put all these phrases in the description for you.
One major pain of remote work, time zones. You're sipping coffee at 9 a.m. and your teammate is eating dinner at midnight.
Which is why you need clear scheduling language. Try, "What time works best for you in your time zone?" Or, "Let's confirm this in UTC so there's no confusion."
And for deadlines, instead of saying ASAP, which is vague, say, "Could you get this to me by 3 p.m. London time?" Precision saves projects.
Here's a pro move. When someone gives you a vague deadline, clarify it. When you say soon, do you mean today or by Friday? Sounds smart, not pushy.
Exactly.
English confidence is all about asking questions the right way.
Now, let's focus on handling conflicts politely online. Okay, James, big question. What if you need to tell someone you disagree, but you don't want to sound rude?
Digital diplomacy. In English, disagreement is an art form. If you just say, "You're wrong," you sound harsh. But if you say, "That's an interesting point. May I share another perspective?" you sound like a genius.
Yes. Or try, "I see what you mean, but I have a slightly different view." It's soft, respectful, but clear.
And when emotions run high, like when a deadline slips, acknowledge feelings first. I understand this is frustrating for everyone. Let's focus on solutions. That's leadership in one sentence.
Here's my favorite. If you need to push back on work overload, don't just say, "I can't." Instead say, "I can do this by Friday, but I'll need to move task B to next week. Which should be prioritized?"
Brilliant. You're not saying no, you're showing you're still responsible.
Hey, if you've ever had to write an awkward email in English, drop a comment below. James and I might rewrite it live in an upcoming episode.
Now let's switch gears. We will mention some networking phrases used online. Digital nomads aren't just working, they're connecting. How do you network in English without sounding like a robot?
Simple. Use warm, curious phrases. Try, "Hi, I'm Sarah. I work remotely in UX design. What's your area of focus?"
Good. And when you meet someone on LinkedIn or at a co-working hub, say, "I love meeting people who work remotely too. What kind of projects are you excited about right now?"
Ooh, I like that. It's friendly and professional. And if you want to follow up after meeting someone, "It was great chatting with you about your project. Would you mind if I stayed in touch?"
Much better than the dreaded "let's connect," which everyone ignores.
Oh, and here's a killer line if you want to offer help. "If there's ever a way I can support your work, let me know." That's English for "I'm useful and nice."
Just don't say, "I'll support your work for exposure." Digital nomads need money, not hugs.
True. Pay your freelancers, people.
If you're learning something new right now, hit like. It helps us reach more remote workers like you.
James, can we talk about small talk and humor for online work? So many English learners hate it.
That's because they think small talk is meaningless. But online, it's how you replace elevator chats. It builds trust fast.
Exactly. Simple lines like, "Where are you working from today?" Or, "What's the weather like there?" seem basic, but they make people smile.
And you can sprinkle in cultural humor. For example, if someone says it's raining where they are, you could joke, classic work from home weather, perfect for productivity.
Just remember, keep humor light and friendly. No sarcasm. In international teams, sarcasm can sound rude.
And if you're not sure what to say, use universal human topics, food, travel, or time zones. Try, "Have you found a favorite cafe to work from yet?"
Good one. It's positive and helps people open up.
Now, let's give an example of a Zoom call malfunction and how to respond professionally.
Classic. Everyone has had the occasional online meeting with bad Wi-Fi. Are you ready, James? Could you take the lead?
Hi, Sarah. Can we clarify the next steps from yesterday's update?
Freezing on screen.
Uh-oh, Wi-Fi yoga again. Sarah, I think your connection glitched. Could you repeat that last point?
Sorry. Bali Wi-Fi has a sense of humor. I said we need John's approval by Thursday, London time. Could you confirm if that works for your schedule?
Yes, that works. And just to be clear, when you say approval, do you mean a quick email or a full sign-off meeting?
Good question. Just an email. Let's keep it light.
Great job. So guys, you need to remain calm when faced with a situation like a connection issue while working remotely. No need to panic. Now let's take another example of how to network with someone at a co-working space.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I work remotely in UX design. What's your area of focus?
Nice to meet you. I'm James. I do content strategy for startups. What kind of projects are you excited about right now?
I just finished redesigning an app for a meditation company. It was super fun. If there's ever a way I can support your work, let me know.
That's kind of you. And hey, would you mind if we stayed in touch? I'd love to hear how that project performs.
Absolutely. I'll send you my LinkedIn link.
Great. Now, let's go through another scenario about a Slack conversation for a deadline.
I think we can launch this by tomorrow morning.
I see your point, but I have a slightly different view. Testing isn't finished yet. Could we push it to Friday to make sure it's solid?
Fair. Which should we prioritize then? Speed or quality?
Quality. I can do task A by Friday if task B moves to next week. Does that work for you?
So far, we've covered greetings, polite disagreement, networking, and small talk. Now, let's get into advanced productivity language.
Right. These are the phrases that make you sound like someone who gets things done. No fluff.
Let's start with project updates. Instead of saying, I finished it, try, the task is complete and here's the outcome. You're not just reporting, you're adding value.
Yes. And when things aren't done yet, don't just say, it's late. Say, we're 80% there, the last part needs review before we finalize. That shows progress, not failure.
Good. For collaboration, use phrases like, can we align on priorities? Or let's sync quickly to make sure we're on the same page. These make you sound organized.
If you need help, don't just cry for rescue. Say, I'm stuck on this part. Could I get your input for 10 minutes? Short, specific, polite.
And my favorite productivity phrase, what's our definition of done? This saves hours of confusion. Everyone agrees what finished actually means.
Gold. Write that one down.
If you're finding these phrases useful, give this video a thumbs up right now so YouTube knows other remote workers need it too.
Now, let's examine a day in the life of a remote worker. Sarah and I will act out a practice dialogue for you to understand the communication style and how to sound more confident working online. Are you ready?
Good morning, team. Quick update. The new content is 80% complete. I just need Sarah's design review by tonight.
Got it. I'll review by 4 p.m. London time. After that, it's ready to ship. What's our definition of done here? Just the review or a full publish?
Full publish. Let's aim to finalize before Friday.
Works for me.
Quick scenario. There is a problem with one of our office tools, and we need to troubleshoot it quickly before the end of the lunch break.
Hey Sarah, I'm stuck on the animation file. It's not exporting correctly. Could I get your input for 10 minutes?
Sure. Let's sync quickly after lunch. We'll troubleshoot together.
Looks like the issue is a software bug, not your file. Let's flag this to the dev team.
Good call. All right, we found a glitch in the export function. Can you confirm if this is a known issue? Keeps it clear and professional.
Let's take an example of a virtual networking event where we are having a Zoom meeting and you want to introduce yourself and meet other people. Sarah, please take the lead, and viewers, pay attention.
Hi everyone, I'm Sarah. I work remotely in UX design. What kind of projects are you excited about right now?
Great to meet you all. I do content strategy for startups. If there's ever a way I can support your work, let me know.
Would you mind if we stayed in touch after this call?
Sure thing. I'll drop my LinkedIn link in the chat.
Wow, James, we've covered a lot today. Let's quickly recap the power phrases for remote work.
Sure, here are the big ones. Number 1, could you confirm if that works for you, for clarity? Number 2, that's an interesting point. May I share another perspective, for polite disagreement? Number 3, what kind of projects are you excited about right now, for networking? Number 4, we're 80% there. The last part needs review, for progress updates. 5, what's our definition of done, to avoid confusion? 6, could I get your input for 10 minutes, to ask for help professionally?
If you master these, you'll sound confident, capable, and collaborative, even if you're working from a hammock in Bali.
Quick question. What's your biggest challenge working remotely in English? Write it in the comments. We read every single one.
And don't forget to hit like if this helped you and subscribe so you don't miss our next lesson.
Oh, and share this with your remote team. Imagine if everyone sounded this clear.
Thanks for watching, and remember, master English, master your freedom.
See you in our next video.
Bye for now.